welcome to the Meals with Purpose Volunteer Orientation. In this video, we'll be walking you through where everything is and anything that you'll need during the process.
Okay, volunteers, this is the Putman Family Center, so this is where all our work is going to be at, aside from the food market, and this is where all the volunteering is going to be done. Once walking in, you're going to come to the front desk, which is going to be located to the left of the entrance. Here's where you're going to say your name and show your confirmation email to collect your button for the Meals with Purpose initiative. This button is needed for security reasons, and then after that, you can head on.
Once you're done, all volunteers need to fill out an end of shift form, and that was emailed to you all. You might also be able to arrange a QR code in the YWCA itself, and this checkout and check-in process is standard for all volunteers.
For the food collection volunteers, the kitchen is where the bags will be kept. Make sure to grab most of the bags as you will be receiving surplus food from the vendors. The team lead will be present for this process. Once you're ready, walk to the Ottawa Street Farmers Market on the same street with your teammates and the team lead.
This is what the Ottawa Street Farmers Market looks like. This is where the food collection process will be happening. Be sure to greet the vendors very kindly, see if they have any surplus food left over towards the end of the market. If not, that's totally okay as well. And start collecting the surplus food in the bags. And if you have any questions during this process, remember a team lead will always be there with you as well.
Once the surplus food is collected, your driving volunteer should be here, which the team lead will be in contact with. Greet your driving volunteer and start loading the bags onto the back of the car. Once everything is loaded and ready, you're now ready to head back to the Putman Family YWCA.
After collecting the surplus food and bringing it back to the kitchen of Putman Family's YWCA, that's where all of the surplus food will be going, specifically in the fridge. After it is stored, your job as a food collection volunteer and a driver volunteer is complete. Thank you for helping us through this process.
Now let's move on to kitchen volunteers. After checking in and getting your buttons on Sunday, this is where you're going to be working. A team lead will also be present on Sunday, and your job is to convert the surplus food into fun and delicious meals. Before you start cooking, don't forget to follow proper safety guidelines, including washing your hands and preparing the ingredients carefully. We aim to create healthy and balanced meals for everyone, and so recipe cards will be provided for you to follow step by step. If you do have any questions, don't forget that your team lead is always there if you need to ask.
Once the food is ready, you will be moving it into the serving trays for the serving volunteers to pick up afterwards. After this, you move on to the cleanup process, where you'll be wiping down the surfaces and making sure all the dishes have been washed. At this point, your role as the kitchen volunteer is complete. We thank you for your support. It is much appreciated through this process. Make sure you fill out your end of shift forms.
So after the kitchen volunteers are done, you would come here, the serving volunteers, and get their buttons after checking in, and they would come to the active living center right here, which is right beside the kitchen. They would grab the serving trays from the kitchen and come in the active living center and set up and arrange the serving trays over here. After picking up the food, please make sure that it's ready and all the proper serving tools are there, like the trays and spoons. Britt, who is the on-site lead for this initiative, is going to be helping facilitate and calling all the residents down for the meal. Please direct them to their seating and also remind them to bring their own bowls, cutlery, and plates if they have forgotten, and then direct them to their seats and then start serving.
At dinner time, help facilitate and oversee the serving process. If any of them need help making their plate or refilling them, be sure to support them. The same goes for the serving tray. At the end of dinner time, start informing them and thanking them for coming to the event.
Once the dinner is done, start bringing out the serving trays or any other material back from the active living center back to the kitchen, and start cleaning them over here in the kitchen using the soap and the scrub that we have. Also, in the meanwhile, get the wipes that we have. It should be somewhere in the kitchen. And start wiping up the tables over at the living center. If you guys want to divide up the work as serving volunteers to make it quicker, feel free to do so. And once all that is done, your task is done as serving volunteers and you all are free to go. Be sure to fill out the end of shift form, and we really appreciate all the help of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
This concludes the volunteer orientation session.
If you still have any questions or concerns regarding the volunteering process, be sure to reach out to our volunteer coordinators at musicpurposehamilton@gmail.com. And as just a reminder, if you are unable to make it to your shift after the confirmation email has been sent, remember to let our volunteer coordinators know and they can open up that slot for someone else to sign up for. That should be all, and we all are really excited to see you all here. Thank you so much for being a part of the Music Purpose volunteer team.
Bye.